Well, howdy, friends and floorheads and true believers. Welcome to New Eden. It's a gleaming city of tomorrow nestled in the heart of central Texas, a shining oasis rising from the desert, envied by the world for its innovation, wealth, and ambition. When we left our heroes, they ended Circuit Breaker's terrorizing attack on the Tech Expo. Somehow, Tech Rat escaped. But Breaker is safely behind bars in New Eden's ultra human secure prison. One thing has become clear: the attack wasn't a simple smash and grab job. We've got a lot of things to figure out. Will our heroes uncover why the security tech was stolen? What is up with the camera drones that recorded the entire fight? Who or what is the Bloodcoin cartel? What is the aftermath of Prophet revealing his identity to the world? And what would happen if someone on the team were to press Silent Tempest more on Tech Rat's escape? Stay tuned, true believers. Turn the page. We're going to play to find out after the opening credits. So the two-part issue 0 was us creating the world, and then we created our characters together as a table, which is something that I love to do, both things. Issue 1 and 2 was laying out who these characters are, and then a huge 2-issue set piece, the battle at the Tech Expo with Circuit Breaker and Tech Rat. When we left, we lost Tech Rat. Circuit Breaker has been handed over to the New Eden authorities, and we are in the aftermath now. So I've talked to my 4 players, and what I really want to do is emphasize another aspect of superhero comics, which is what happens between the fights, what happens between the big battles. Love the big battles. We had a ton of fun with that. We're going to have many more of them. But now I want to see what happens with them, with each other as heroes, with each other as alter egos, with their families, their friends, the different pressures that they're going to face when they're not wearing the costumes. A lot has changed between just issue 1 and issue 3. So what I've told my players is they get to set the scenes. Now, I have reserved the right to create scenes if I want to, but I really want this to be player driven. So who wants to set our first scene?
Can I start?
You can. So talk to me.
It's gonna be right after the battle.
Okay.
I want to find my husband and child in my non-superhero form.
Can we be outside the expo?
We can be outside.
So we see a lot of the crowd leaving. The New Eden Police PD has shown up. They're kind of securing the area. Detectives, the whole thing is happening. You are now look like Grace Gray, and you get out onto the sidewalk outside of the Tech Expo, and you see Ethan. And even though Ava's a little too old to be carried, he's carrying her. He's kind of holding her on the hip, and she's kind of clinging close. And we see Ethan kind of looking around, and he waves at you as he sees you come out of the expo.
Perfect. One thing I want to notice, does she have her little invention she made?
It broke during the fight.
Did she see it break?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I want to have it broken behind my back. If I couldn't find it, I want to transmute it.
No, that's you definitely found it. So I think that that's
Okay.
one of the things that you did is that you've got it behind your back. So she's oh there, mommy, are you okay?
I'm okay. I just had to go back to grab this.
You found it.
I did, and
Oh,
we will work on making it better.
broken.
We'll fix it.
Oh, Daddy will fix it.
Mhm.
I know you're really busy, mommy.
I can take time to help you fix it.
Today, there's no expo,
Yes. Yes. Yes, today.
honey. We talked about making promises. Are you sure you have
We
time today?
I will make time today,
Okay,
especially if we leave now.
let's do it. Let's take the train.
Yep.
All right, scene. Who's next? I love that.
Do we have something that once should happen on the same day? Because I would go to the next day. So
Yeah, does anybody have any same day scenes they want to do?
I would say that the police commissioner wants to speak with JJ.
Ooh, okay.
So all the police force was kind of surrounding around me there at the end. And
So you actually got a page, I'm thinking. You got a page about an hour after the expo from one of your assistants. So we know about Catherine, right? She's not just your EA. She is way beyond that, really second command, and everybody recognizes that. But you have a bit of a pool of assistants that help, and you get one from Bob, one of your assistants, that says the commissioner's outside your office. You're nowhere near the office at the Spire, and the page says he's not. He won't leave.
okay, well, I'm sure in light of the new circumstances surrounding JJ, that's probably why.
How long are you gonna
Um,
let him sit? Before
I'm
you show up?
not. I'm going to show up in fanfare. I'm going to go over to the sergeant in charge and say, I need a car, and I need you to escort me there with lights on. So,
So he's like, yeah, but would it be okay if we took a picture together?
sure.
So he lights on, takes you through the streets of New Eden, takes you to the Spire district, drops you off at the office. He pulls out a Polaroid camera and does an old school selfie with you, and it comes out, and he's waving, and he goes, "Thanks, Prophet, or Mr. Jacobs, or whatever we're supposed to call you now."
It's all of it. It's all good. It's all good.
So you take the elevator up 128 floors
Wow.
to the Jacobs office. And what is our commissioner's name?
Our commissioner's name is Eduardo Sanchez.
Okay. He's a grizzled commissioner, a good guy. Shockingly honest, very respected.
He worked
Both,
hard to get to this position.
he really did.
Everybody
He
does
really,
it. Okay.
yeah, worked his way up from a beat cop to a detective to now commissioner. He could spend some money on his wardrobe and doesn't. He looks a little bit Willem Dafoe disheveled. And he's kind of sitting in a very, very like new wave chair that you've got your office decorated in that's super freaking uncomfortable. And
I
we
would
see him
have
kind
never
of
said
like
it.
sliding down in it, trying to like get comfortable. And he, as soon as you go up, he stands up and he goes, "We need to talk, Jacobs."
I assume so. And I wheel my chair from behind a desk to him, like so that he could sit down. And I just sit on my desk. I just lean on the edge of the desk.
So what does this mean?
I'm not sure. Some of my teammates may have made a mistake. What do you think, Eduardo?
I think it's pretty strange that I know that there was 2 supers that were there trying to steal some stuff. I know something was stolen, though I'm not clear yet what it was. And I've only got one of them in custody. And I know how popular you guys are, but I can't let you interfere and cause troubles. And I got to be honest with you. I'm a little concerned about what does she call herself now? What is when she became a good guy? What's her name now?
Silent Tempest.
Silent Tempest, right? I think it's really suspicious that she was the last one seen with Tech Rat.
I really don't think Tech Rat is anything to be concerned with. I'm sure he's going to turn up, and our team will make sure we deliver him to you.
So, for the record, Jacobs, you're telling me that she or nobody else on your little foursome there had anything to do with him getting the slip?
No, I mean, do you guys, do you make every single one of your arrests? I mean, things happen. You know what's going on?
I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing, Jacobs. I'm asking a simple question. Are you giving me your word that you guys have no idea why Tech Rat is in the wind?
I would have no idea. I was too busy dealing with a whole bunch of monitors about to fall on people.
So you're not eliminating the possibility.
I don't know what happened, but I trust my team.
Well, I need you to find out and I need you to report back. There has been other super groups that we've had to decommission and take out of New Eden. They're up in New York. The other one's in California now. If you want to operate here, I'm not saying you work for us, but we've got to have a bit of an alliance.
Well, let's just take me coming out from behind the mask, or the tie, if you will, as a gesture showing you that we're on the level.
Can I ask you a favor?
You and everybody else, but sure.
I still can't believe we didn't piece it together. That you were Prophet. Just for kick, can you just take the glasses off and put them back on for me? Like, that's incredible. Like, how just wearing the anyway. All right.
Hey, other than that, fine police work by all of you in the force.
You got 2 days, Jacobs. And I want you to get back in touch with me and let me know whether you clear your team.
Understood.
Who's next?
I think Midnight Warden would next day like to talk to Silent Tempest by showing up at her house unannounced.
As Midnight Warden or as Alex Gray?
Alex Gray, most certainly.
So Grace, what are we doing here? 2 days later, let's make it a weekend.
Okay.
No, because the Tech Expo would have been like on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Could have been Sunday.
Let's make it or a Sunday. So let's make it like a Tuesday or a Wednesday. You just got home from teaching. You're unloading all the stuff. God bless Ethan. He's already started dinner. Ava is like so happy about how, the three of you sat down and fixed this thing, and she's trying to show you how her gizmo works. And you hear on your brownstone door.
I'll get up and answer it. It might be, who knows, maybe the neighborhood watch is here to bother me again.
Right. It's in the evening, right? It's fairly, it's evening. All right. You open the door and you see me holding 2 cups of coffee. And I just hold one up to you as I'm like sipping it and just.
I take it.
Who is it, honey?
It's a friend, Alex.
Capital F friend?
Something along those. Yes, capital F.
Are you not going to introduce me?
You probably have a code, I think, with Ethan.
Yeah.
Like, is this a Silent Tempest friend or is this a Grace Gray friend? Okay.
Capital S friend. Both.
I hope I'm not.
Out of nowhere, actually, you get interrupted because Ava shows up and she goes, I don't know you.
Oh, hi there. Did your mom not tell me about me? I'm a good old friend of hers. I'm
Yes.
Alex.
Mommy, he's a stranger.
Well, whose fault is
Ava-
that?
I will not be attacked in my own home.
I'm
Ava,
I'm
Ava,
very sorry.
sweetheart. This is Alex Gray. You consider him a long lost cousin of ours. Spelled
Hi,
the
nice to
wrong
meet
way.
you.
So she puts her hand up. She shakes your hand.
And I pull a little coin from behind her ear. And it's like, would you look at that? Where that came?
And she's checking her ear behind her ears now.
Yeah, there
both
might be
ears,
more
and
there.
She's
And I
sticking
go-
her finger like into her ear.
I go to the other ear. It's like, oh, I see it. And I pull another one, and I just hand her both two shiny coins.
And she takes the coins. Her face is just lit up, and she runs back up the stairs to the second floor of the brownstone. She goes, "Daddy, let's take a bath. I've got more coins in my ears."
Ethan, we're going to take a. Actually, why don't you come inside?
Oh, thank you. I'm sorry. I hope I'm not interrupting anything as I'm looking around and seeing probably dinner served.
Yeah,
Did
and you
you-
get a little bit of a side eye from Ethan, but he goes ahead and just kind of gives you a nod, doesn't introduce himself, doesn't want to know you. It's pretty obvious, and he kind of takes his daughter upstairs to take a bath.
Do you want some food?
I am positively starving.
Okay, come on.
Positively. I mean, unless I'm putting you out, obviously, I didn't. I can also
It's
just drink
fine.
coffee. You're gonna drink that? I shake mine. Mine is empty. It's like, you're gonna drink that?
You can have the coffee.
Thank you.
I'll go and fix Alex a plate and then sit down at the dinner table because they're going to be a while up there.
Is the invention perchance around? Like on like a table nearby?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, while you fix me up a plate, I'm just gonna walk over to the invention and it's just like, oh, that looks interesting. Didn't know you were into crafting.
I'm not.
Oh. Well.
It's Ava's and Ethan's project.
Oh. Well, I mean, I'm sure you're helping, right?
No, I am not.
With your abilities?
That it makes it easy.
So this is not, I mean, it is a little bit of a, I mean, I have a question. And
I have an answer. As I pass you a plate of food.
I hope you do. And I start, what are we eating? What is it?
Oh, it's it's actually Brenner. So it's breakfast for dinner.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's just what I like eating. I just woke up, like, you wouldn't believe it, like 2 hours ago. Got the night shift off today. Just somebody else. So I figured I'd swing by. And I, just start shoveling food in my mouth for like a few minutes, just drinking coffee. It's like, okay. I don't, what happened at the expo, right?
Yes.
I think you might, yes?
No. Keep going.
I think you might be the only one that can answer this for me.
Okay.
So I'm sorry if this is a stupid question. And how do you do it? How are you good now?
How I am good now.
You are right.
Yes. I am following the law now. I still think good is subjective, but we're neither here nor there. I turned good you can say because I saw someone else selfless actions affect my life in a positive way. Quite
Um,
frankly, I thought all heroes were moronic idiots who were self-righteous and only did it for the glitz and glamours of the life. That's not true of everyone.
But true for some.
I'm sure. Yeah, that's very true. But what I'm wondering is, I mean, yeah, following the law is one thing, but don't you ever have this feeling, this thing inside you, and you just can't push it down?
Yes,
How do you do it?
often. How do I do it is the question. It's not easy, and it never gets easier. It's because I have truly people I care about, and I'll gesture to the home. I didn't always have this. And also, you're still a child, so it makes sense.
I'm okay. I mean, I don't know if I should take that as a compliment or an insult. I never know with you. We gotta have to
Compliment.
work with your
Oh, I
expressions. I
see.
feel like, you know.
I see. I You have room to make mistakes. You will make mistakes.
But what if they're costing too much? What if I make a mistake that I can never take back?
And that may happen. It all depends on how do you attempt to rectify it. Well, I'll
Well,
ask you this. How do you feel if I tell you that not everyone can be saved?
I part of me knows that, and I think I'm one of them.
Why do you think that?
Because you know what? Really, I really appreciated dinner. It was so lovely seeing you, getting to meet the hubby, and
Sit down.
I.
Sit down.
Okay, just can't say no to you. Okay.
Alex, there's a darkness living inside of you.
Yeah, you
There's
noticed.
one that speaks to me constantly.
Does it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's quite annoying, actually. But you've made it this far without turning to the other side. I'll tell you this, Alex. Regardless of what happens, what you choose to do, what mistakes you make, I won't judge you for it. I'll even protect you in most cases. Now, you might thank me later or hate me. Either way, I'll make sure you're safe.
How could anybody hate you with that just sunshine of a personality you have?
Oh, thank you.
You hear a voice, startles both of you. You'd be surprised. It's Ethan with his arms crossed, leaning against the door to the kitchen. Grace, you can read his face.
All right.
Like, wrap it
It
up.
was lovely. Really nice meeting you. You have a beautiful home. I thank you so much for dinner. And sorry for putting you out. Thank you. This was really important. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Of course.
I'll see you at work, right?
Yes.
Anyway, I'm going to disappear now for the door.
When you leave, I'm going to extend the scene a little bit.
Hmm.
Ethan goes back to preparing, pouring the pancakes on the skillet to make Brenner for you and for Ava. And there's a really, really uncomfortable silence, and you can just see him boiling as he's doing it.
So I get the feeling I did something wrong.
I don't know what
I-
makes me angrier, Grace,
Yes.
whether what happened or the fact that you aren't sure that you've done something wrong.
Understandable. I also did not know he would come over.
So he turns around, throws the dish towel on his shoulder, and kind of leans up against the counter. He goes, I thought that we had an understanding, which is that life doesn't come into this house.
Mhm.
And I don't want those people meeting our daughter. I don't want to meet those people.
Okay.
I tolerate a lot and I love you. But we've got to keep those lines down. And do you understand?
Yes, I understand. I crossed the boundary.
And I get it. He showed up, but you let him in.
I did let him in. I will make sure it never happens again.
Who's next? I think it has to be. I think I'm going to call on Benjamin.
Well, it's kind of ironic because I was gonna show up at Crisis
There's a
house.
line.
And
That's a line.
I don't suppose I know that rule. Do
Oh
I?
no! In fact, the door. As soon as Ethan is pulling up the plates,
Not the
loading him
same
in.
day. Not the same day though.
Oh no! It has to be. Are you
It
kidding me?
has to be. It
Yeah,
has
okay.
to be.
Yeah.
It has to be.
He's loading the plates in the dishwasher. It's like 9:30 at night, and you're a kid. You don't realize that 9:30 for adults is like bedtime. He's
Is it
loading.
Saturday.
No, it's like a
Which-
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
It's a school night.
Oh, okay.
So he's loading the dishwasher, and we hear, and he immediately turns and shoots you a look, Grace.
I'm so sorry.
Get it? But I don't want whoever's on the other side of that door, if it's a capital F friend, in this house.
They will be. Open the door and I see Benjamin.
Yeah. He's smiling. He has a bag of bagels. It's a little late, but
More Brenner. It's more Brenner at
Yeah.
9:30.
it's a
I'm
bag
gonna-
of 6. But you
Wait, is
see
that
only
dessert?
4.
If it's breakfast dessert, that's dessert.
My marriage is in shambles and you guys are joking about that. I'm kidding. I'm
Love
gonna
it.
step out, shut the door. Let's go on a walk. We need to talk about this thing called boundaries.
Is something wrong? You want?
It's not. It's not. You come on. Come.
Sure. I hand you the bag of bagels.
I take. Is this what is this for? Just
Just being friendly. There are 4 left.
think I should be angry, but this is funny. Let's go.
Sorry. Seems like it's okay. You froze up for a
No,
moment.
she's here.
Oh, no.
Yeah, her video.
Oh,
Your,
yeah,
your
I mean-
video's a little choppy, but we hear your voice, Tigger. You're good.
You're fine.
Okay.
Sorry. I wanted to see how you were doing after the expo event.
And I'm gonna take him on just like walk around the block. What do you want? I'm fine.
Okay. Do you want me to go straight to the point?
Yes.
Okay. Now you made me a promise, and I believe you.
Mhm.
But I would really, really, really like to know what happened to Techrat.
Oh, I let him go. Mhm.
As your superhero life coach, I'd say it's not. Sorry, it's probably okay. Did you know him? Did you did
No,
you work with
absolutely
him?
not. Absolutely
Is
not.
he
He's
is he like
disgusting.
your cousin?
He's not. He wouldn't even be in the
Why?
same superhero, super villain, anything as me. No, 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 no,
But
no, no,
did you put a tracking device on him?
no.
Okay, so why?
Oh, well, I'm glad you asked. So we needed one of them, preferably the more less intelligent one, to get away so we can have someone on the outside still get in contact with this blood coin cartel.
I don't get it.
And okay.
I taught
Okay.
Ben better than that. He knows.
Having the trust of a low ranking villain who's willing to spill their guts and betray their friend is important to have. Let's be honest. Would you rather Tech Rat be out or Circuit Breaker?
I'd rather neither of them were out. But
Then what leads would we have?
but are you sure you could trust him?
Absolutely not.
And why do you think it's an advantage? What
Because
if
he
he
knows
hurts
not to lie to
people?
me.
Yeah, everybody knows not to lie to you.
Yeah. When was the last time you've seen Tech Rat in action?
Did we see him before?
Yeah, Craig. When's the last time?
You tell me.
Okay.
You both. So to give you a little context, Circuit Breaker and Tech Rat are known quantities, right? So
Yeah.
they are known villains. So you may have never faced them before, but you know of them. They've been in and out of jail.
Well, he's a small time crook. I mean, he stole consoles, video game consoles, maybe.
Yes, and now he is helping a new cartel film our fighting as someone is in their ear telling them what to try against us.
I'm not sure it was the right move, but I'm gonna trust you on this.
And besides, unlike the rest of you, well, maybe not midnight, a villain will be more willing to actually speak with me, whether from fear or respect. It matters which not.
It should matter which you're trying to change. It should matter.
All right. It is an uphill battle sometimes. You're right. It does matter.
Life coach.
No, you
16-year-old life coach.
I love this so much.
Deacon are doing an actual amazing job. I forget you have a lot of emotions and life behind you.
I
Why are
do.
you out this late?
Well, I can go back home anytime I want. I mean, I live on my own, so it's not
That
really
is
a
true.
problem.
I really
No
do
one's
envy how
waiting,
you are.
so I'm not really eager to go home anyway. You want a bagel?
Maybe we can get you to room with Midnight.
Scene.
I
I'm
do-
calling it. That's a perfect ending.
All the castle you can. All the castle you can.
That's the perfect ending to that scene.
It's not a bad
Yeah,
idea.
I'm like,
All right.
that's too. But
Who's got
I really
unfinished
did.
business?
I did
Oh, did-
write it. I did write that one. I wanted to do that scene, so it's funny.
Oh, that was great. That was great.
I have like a 30-second scene, Craig,
Let's
that
do
you
it.
can drive. So Eduardo Sanchez, this is 2 days later from when we met. He goes into his office. On his desk is a manila envelope that says Eddie from JJ. And
Susan, where did this come from? I don't know. You just let people walk into my office and just drop shit off? God damn it. He slams it back down and he opens up the folder.
Opens up the folder. It is surveillance grainy pictures from the Tech Expo showing Tech Rat and Silent Tempest and us like in action, and he's kind of there, but she clearly was in the photo, and I made sure someone in my tech department who owes me some favors was able to like blur her out, and you see him slinking off like in the back, but none of us are in the picture. So
any note or letter, or just the
nope, that's it. It was just to Eddie from JJ. So that was my proof.
He just shakes his head, closes it, puts it in an envelope, throws it in a rotating file.
Yeah, he knows they're doctored. Like it's blatant.
You can see absolutely annoyed, useless.
Yeah.
Just. Who's got business?
Do we want to go to? Yeah, go ahead.
How do you want to handle investigation if it's not with another player?
You tell me. If you're gonna do some poking around and try to figure out what the heck's going on here, how are you gonna do it? And you can do it in costume, out of costume. It's totally up to you. But yeah, these scenes don't have to be with other characters. They can be a solo scene as well.
So I think after a day or two of respite, like JJ's gonna get everyone together. Because I'm not sure that everyone is back on the job. You know, they might be relaxing a little too much, and we don't want this to go stale. So
we're eating bagels.
So we're towards the end of the week then. First off, where are you calling everybody to, and how are you getting the word out?
So I am calling everyone to this ice cream place. And the way I get the word out is we have couriers that I just send out with messages, on bikes in the city. So they're used to getting courier messages. Somehow these couriers find them wherever they are. like literally, midnight is in the bathroom at like Denny's, and like it gets slid under the stall. It's like, how the, and you always hear like the bell ring, like ching ching, and the guy disappears.
A little hand come to the stall looking for a tip.
How did he do that?
Yeah, these guys are good. Ben, he opens his locker at school, and it's like hanging in there on Scotch tape.
I'm not at school though, but at home maybe.
You're at home? You're not at school anymore?
No.
Oh.
We'll fix that. Don't worry.
I did drop out of college.
All right, so then it's totally hanging on the shower head in the bathroom somehow. Weird. I don't know why it's always bathrooms now.
I think I'm gonna
save it for
tell you
Tempest.
to get us beepers.
Oh, is Silent Tempest's husband gonna get the letter?
So
oh no.
No, I'm imagining Jacobs is a lot more.
I'm a little smart.
No.
I'm on that.
So let's cut to Friday night, like 8ish, at the ice cream shop.
Yeah.
Are there other people at the ice cream shop? Did you buy the place out? What'd you do?
So the ice cream owner is a buddy of mine, like everybody in the city, and I definitely made it worth his while to go somewhere for a little while.
It starts with him flipping the sign to closed.
Yep, that's it, and me sitting down with my chocolate chip mint with pineapple.
I'm gonna sit at the table with earbuds, like not earbuds, these like foam headphones, and like the music is just like a blaring, and I'm just like, why an ice cream shop profit? Why? Oh, sorry.
I just,
Why an ice cream shop?
because ice cream. Is it enough of a
yeah.
reason? Ben is just like, he's
Yeah,
like,
I'm
he's
on
on his
I'm on
third one.
second.
It's
What
good
you're
reasons.
paying?
Yeah, that's it. So
Chocolate on chocolate.
chocolate on chocolate.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. I know it's been a little different, especially with me and the news and and the police, and I've been trying to decide how, what's the next stage of this partnership and this team, and there's a lot of weird things going on in the press.
Mhm.
They're like making up names for us, and I don't think we should let them determine what our team name is. I think
Well,
we need to drive this bus.
so are you saying a villain squad isn't going to work for you?
What did I tell you about the V word? We're entirely opposed to that.
We're gonna do some brainstorming. We're just
I think we need a team name. I don't want something to sit and we are unhappy with it and get embarrassed.
I did
So
kind of start thinking about it. He pulls on.
all
On
right,
his
here's my
pocket.
list for A, beginning with A.
Oh,
Okay.
I've got one with A.
Dude,
I just
before we
got
start
two, right?
we start, I got a question.
yeah.
Is it true what they write? Are you dating Felicia Davis?
I mean,
Wait, I
who
thought he
isn't
was
these days,
dating-
right? Like, who isn't?
Wait, I thought he was dating his secretary. Is that not the case here?
I wish. I mean, she
Oh.
should wish. So, no, she's too busy, apparently, to.
I'll give
Have
her the
dinner with
night
me.
off.
Yeah, she's apparently too busy. But yes,
wait,
Felicia Davis
wait,
and I
before-
may have had some coffee. I'll just leave it at that.
Before we get more
I
into
knew it. I knew it. I knew you had a thing
Justin's
for her.
It's a bad
love
idea.
life,
High five.
All right. No, definitely not. Definitely not. As soon as Silent Tempest turns around, I just give him like a little like. tap. So-
Go ahead, Grace.
you two, you both, pointing at both Alex and Benjamin, be roommates together. You both need somebody else.
I don't need anybody, but I got my own thing going on. I'm like, just
You can have your own thing going on in a 2-bedroom apartment.
With me? Oh, life coach.
no.
I mean,
No,
I
you're
I got
not
a
gonna
guy.
life coach me.
I'll set you guys up with my guy. Well, they'll find the perfect place for you.
Yes, actually, if you can do
I
that,
already have
that'd
my
be great,
apartment.
Justin.
It's a great place.
But it's like, I mean, I'm right above where I work. It's
I only have to send the courier
you're
to
gonna make
one
this
less
difficult
place.
again,
This is
aren't
gonna
you?
be
This
great.
is just every single time. Just you get like, you get an idea in your head, you get excited, and then it's just, I don't even.
Okay, so it's me.
So-
You don't like me.
No,
Oh,
that's not what I'm. That's not what I mean, Ben. That's not what I mean. I
That's
just-
so cruel, Alex.
Oh come on! I am just. You-
I'm really laughing.
You
I'm
always
just
do this.
joking.
So
Fine.
Uh,
All right. You know what? Get your guy. We'll make it happen. We're gonna have fun, man. We're gonna show them. We're gonna have like the greatest superhero. Like we're gonna be the greatest superhero roommates. It's gonna be great.
Oh yeah.
Parties every night. Wait, you're 16.
well,
That's gonna be a problem.
Let's not get carried out of the. Let's relax. We'll
Okay,
figure
I'm
this
sorry.
out.
I
later.
got carried away there.
So-
Just Names. Sorry.
Yeah, names. So what did you have, Ben?
Oh, well, I
I'm
got
very curious.
2. And you wanted to start with A. So I was thinking I've
Skip
got
to the good
2.
ones.
Okay, I've got 2. They're pretty good, I think. I was thinking that we're protecting people and we're like being in front of people, protect them and fighting bad guys. I thought, well, I thought Vanguard would be cool. But then I thought I could make it cooler. How about, I don't know if you're gonna see it.
Yeah, we got it.
And it sounds French, so it's
Oh.
cooler.
Oh,
Oh, I
oh
could
my
have
goodness.
sworn. Wasn't there like an exhibitor
know
at
if
the
it
Tech
shows
Expo?
well
I think it was like virus software or something. I
Some,
mean, I like the logo. I like the
that should
colors.
work. Oh, thank
Great
you.
colors.
I mean,
I'm
Ben.
not an
Sometimes
artist,
there's
you know?
times when I feel that you're with us and you're more mature and you're older, and then you remind me you're 16 again.
What do you
So-
mean?
Is that a bad name?
Is that a bad name?
I
No,
didn't
it's
think it was.
it's in the bowl. All right, we'll put
It's in the bowl.
Vanguard.
We're
Vanguard.
not gonna be the J unit. We're not gonna be the.
We
You know,
see
that's
Justin.
a good point.
We see Justin pull out his pad and scratch one out.
Okay.
All right.
I like
Well,
the other one better.
my J list is a lot. I mean, there's a lot in the J category.
No,
Okay.
no product placement. Okay.
Yeah, but I like the other one better. And I was thinking people call us vigilante, but we're
No.
really watching out for the bad guy. And I thought, how about this?
Vigilance.
But like a lance.
It's very
I love
clever.
that Ben made logos.
I
Well, I have a lot of free time.
he has time.
You know,
He has time.
with commuting. Yeah, I don't have someone driving me around. So let's hear your
That's a good
genius
start.
ideas.
That's a good start. That's a good
No
start.
booyahs.
Is this important?
It's
Oh, it's
very
so
important.
Oh, it's so important.
I get
Okay.
It's right.
so.
This is
I am so strict when I look at Grace. I'm like, it is of the utmost importance.
They're gonna
If
name
we're
us
out
if we
there
don't.
with some cheesy name. Do you know the one paper is calling us the profiteers?
ooh.
No.
All right,
not
and
that.
instead of Mickey Mouse hats, they have little $ hats. We can't have that.
I mean, it's pretty clever though. You got.
I'm not gonna lie.
I mean,
I
it is pretty
don't
clever, but
care.
I'm not a fan of. Just,
No.
You know, it's
The
I mean,
No. It's in
you're
the,
kind of
the
the
right-
church here a
the
little
wrong
bit, but
message.
you know,
Yeah.
Still, I think we should razzle and dazzle people like with our name. It should really just, I don't know, like excite them when they hear it. I mean, Ben, I love those names, love those logos, really top notch. You should really,
Move in with me.
absolutely. Yes, we gotta like when people say that they like just gonna excited to see us, right? I think. What about something like magic, right? Like I feel like
Lexi, stop with the show. You're not on stage. What is
everything
they were
is a
doing a good
performance.
job.
Yeah, we
Everything's a
know. We
performance.
know. We know.
I kick you under the table.
Ow!
Stop. No, him.
Oh.
JJ.
I
Shut up.
have a thought. We could just do nameless and call it a night.
Nameless? No.
Nameless?
No. No.
They're gonna give us a name. That's just
Yeah.
that's just
So Lexi, do you have a
Fine.
magic? Do you have a team magic name?
I mean I wasn't prepared. I'm sorry. I didn't make any logos. I didn't know I had homework to do. And apparently, I mean, I might not get extra credits, but what about the Veil-bound Guardians or Ethereal Wardens?
That's
Just had pizzazz.
It has a profiteer's ring to it.
I mean, okay, we
So-
can workshop the warden part, but I mean,
Right.
you know,
All right, we're gonna take all this into account, and we're gonna worry about this later. But I just wanted to realize, like, this is on the agenda. We need to get this done as fast as possible.
Well,
back.
what? No, because
I thought you were out. I thought you said you didn't
No,
need to
you
know.
all made this a thing. What is your idea?
What is my idea?
Yes.
I mean, I have a few, and you know, one is the you're putting me on the spot now, and I don't like your tone of voice there, Grace. So
Out with it.
Grace.
You
Grace
You
doesn't have a
started-
tone of voice. No offense, Grace.
so
none taken.
I doodled down a little something called the rectifiers, and I mean, earlier in a conversation today, I believe someone even used that term referring to us, and I was pretty
Who?
proud about that.
Who called us that?
You can play the tape back later after this stream is done, and you'll see somebody did it.
No, I know. Ben
so-
doesn't know.
You know, I'm trying. I may have enlisted my marketing team. I mean, you have a resource, why not use it? And I kind of told them, I mean, they know where I'm at now, and I said, hey guys, if I needed you guys to come up with a team name for my team, what would you do? And believe it or not, in like an hour, I had multiple logos, none nearly as good as Ben's. But I mean, you had a lot of more time than my guys did, and this is resoundingly what they came up with, and they were giving me the definition of the word, and being that we operate in the furnace, when a flame goes out of whack in a furnace, there is a thing called a flame rectifier that fits that, and I was like, oh, that's very interesting. But it is also when something goes awry, someone needs to rectify it. And I believe that's what we're kind of doing. So, I mean, Profiteers is good. That's probably the best one that was in the news. But I don't think that represents all of us. So I'm just going to pose that out there, and you guys can chew on that for a little bit.
That works for me.
What else did you have besides rectifiers?
Squad.
J-Unit, Booyahs.
The profit outfit.
We had the Bomb Squad, but it's the Bomb Squad. I think one of them said
No.
off the hookers, and I don't think you understand why that was bad. So I had to knock that one down. And then it was
hired
pretty
these
much
guys.
I don't know.
Huh.
They make me money, so I don't know. But I think they just felt like they were on the spot. I don't think they were prepared. So, but I'm gonna just pencil it in, right? I'm gonna pencil in rectifiers. Can be changed. Some pencil.
Okay.
Well, it's not bad.
It's not the
But-
worst idea he's had.
No, but I really like that one.
Okay. Well,
Are we
we'll see.
gonna have matching like colors? Is that gonna be a thing? Is that like
I'm-
branding? What are we doing?
I just don't want us to get some dumb name in the press. That's all. It's marketing. It's branding. I just want to make sure we're represented properly if we're going to do this venture. Now
Well,
that
sure, if you
Anthony
already
does-
ordered the shirts and decided, sure, okay, what's next on your list? I'm gonna eat more chocolate.
See now you made Ben sad.
all right,
I'm
so
not sad.
It's
I'm
okay.
just
You're allowed to be sad, Ben. It's okay.
So,
That's fine.
annoyed.
So
I'm
how do you
annoyed.
all feel about corduroy as a material? Are you guys okay with corduroy, or
Why are you asking about
I'm just
corduroy?
So
asking.
I'm going to jump in here. So we see the
Please.
panel. The panel says 5 minutes later.
All right.
We go to the next panel. What else is on the agenda, Prophet?
Okay. Where are we at with the flying frisbee camera thing? And I look right at Ben, and I'm like, have we got
I
anywhere with it?
pull it out. I'm gonna meet with some friends of some college friends and ask them about it.
Okay, going to meet, meaning hasn't met yet. Okay, that's not off the list.
I was a little busy, you know.
We have jobs.
We don't have assistants like you do.
I have
Yeah,
to
but they
take
don't
the
assist
subway.
me with. They don't assist me with this part. Well, just the name.
Well, yeah,
part.
but then you have time for that part.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
when
not going
do
to
you
say no
make
to an
yourself?
assistant.
You think my life is easy? You think it's easy?
I never said that, Justin. Never said that.
Everyone has their different struggles, some more than others.
All right. So, where are we at with tracking down Tech Rat? Anyone? Grace?
I look
Anyone?
at Grace.
Anybody? But specifically Grace?
I
Yes.
wasn't aware that we had to track him down. I thought we were looking for information on the Blood Coin cartel.
Oh, yeah. The coin. Does anybody have the coin? I remember talking
Yeah,
about
I have
the coin.
one.
I have another.
Can
I'm
I
gonna
can I
show
see?
it to. Yeah, but
I twirl over my fingers and it just disappears in my hand and just appears in the
I-
other. Just
yeah, I'm gonna need it back. I'll show it to
So real
someone.
quick
Alright.
on this.
I'll need
sitting
it
here-
back as well.
I'm sitting here thinking that if anybody has seen lots of different coins, it's probably our magician.
yeah.
So I'm actually going to call for a roll here to see
Alright.
if you can pick up anything from seeing this coin. So let's bring up your character sheet.
Yes.
It's going to be the same as everything, but it's an overcome. So the first thing I want you to do is look at your green overcome abilities and see if either of those would apply. As any of those would help you in this situation to try to recognize something or get some background on a coin.
My green overcome abilities.
They would have come from your principles.
Oh. Wait.
So you should have
I-
2 green abilities that are overcome, and
Oh.
they should share the name of your principles.
They share the name. Okay, then I'm going to have to.
Okay, we'll do that later. So you
Yeah.
don't. So now let's look at the 3 die pool. You're going to use your green
Yes.
die for your status.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think, unless you can come up with a reason a superpower would matter here, which you could. You either use a D4 or one of your superpowers.
Well, I kind of feel intuition might
Perfect.
actually really work well there.
Yep. Let's use intuition.
For also quality.
Yep. And you need a quality.
Oh, I don't. Okay, so that I don't know. I could try otherworldly mythos, but I don't think that would work. What would it
It
be if I don't
won't
have a quality
fit
that
here.
fits?
It'll just be a D4. So you
All
should,
right.
if you unselect, it'll replace it with a D4.
Excellent. And just the green. All right. That would be a 10, a 4, and a 6. Let's do it.
Let's do it. In the middle die, your mid die is going to be your effect die.
Maybe I'm lucky.
So you can get nothing from this, or I can give you something for this, but you're going to have to take a major twist.
Yes.
All right. So you're looking at the coin, and you realize a certain notation signature on the very edging of on the face of the coin, and it's illegible, but it is a trademark signature. The same company that makes your trick coins that you use for your magic tricks on stage has the
Oh.
same signature. So the company that you have that you like, say, I need a custom gimmick
Mhm.
coin that does this, has the same signature. So you recognize this.
Oh.
All right. So whatever that source is, potentially has also made these blood coins that you
Yeah.
have. Now the major
Nice.
twist. Major
Oh, sorry.
twist.
Yeah.
Major twist is we're going to cut to a new panel.
Ooh.
We're going to see Tech Rat on top of a building. And he's going through like a pile of cash, like a bundle of cash. And he's counting, going 46, 47, 48. And he's going through and he's counting it. And the next panel shows another rooftop. And from this perspective on this rooftop, we can see Tech Rat. And Tech Rat's a good, like, 150 feet away. And on this rooftop, there is a woman. She's got messy in a ponytail, blonde hair. One of those detective type overcoats, like raincoats, but it's a plastic yellow. She's got these huge Jackie Onassis style sunglasses. Sharp features. Under it, she has what looks to be some sort of like tactical suit, like something when you watch heist movies, they always have those skin tight zipper, half turtleneck suits on. And she's got black gloves. And we see her go like this with her black gloves, and slowly out of nowhere, a sniper rifle appears and materializes from nowhere. She gets down on one knee, points. We can see Tech Rat in her sights. And the panel ends with the sniper bullet going through his temple. Cut back to the ice cream shop. That was your major twist. Tech Rat's dead.
Oof. Yeah, I hope we can find this Tech Rat. Gotta be somewhere, right? Guys, I don't know if you know this, but Baker Coin Manufacturers is the premier coin manufacturers for all in the craft. And would you know it? And I hold it up. This is made by the same company.
Now,
Really?
that's what I'm talking about. That's something to go on.
You should pay
Wow.
me. You should hire me.
High five.
I tried to.
Give you a high five.
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe the roommate idea is not the worst thing.
Yeah. Maybe.
Could be fun.
Fantastic. All right.
Can work that out.
So what is the plan now that we know that? Do I need to get my team involved on who is dealing with that, or you have that under control there, Alexa?
I don't know if I could have that under control. So here's the thing: if we want to know who produced those, we're gonna need some way of accessing those. I mean, you're the business person, right? You produce things, right?
That's
You
fine.
know how that works, right?
I have people. Yes,
Yeah,
we have plenty. We have that resource. We're good.
Okay. I think
will
I don't
take
think
one
they're
of
gonna
those.
tell me
Yeah.
who produced those, but that might be something to go off on.
Well, we're gonna approach them, and we need more J-Carb secret chase coins that are going to be in the supplement jars. So we're going to need them to produce some coins. So I will set up a meeting with them, and I will get the team in there, right? And I look at Ben. I'm like, "You're my driver, right, Ben?" And
I don't know how to drive.
Ben, you're my driver, right?
Sure.
Anyway, we'll teach him. We'll teach him. So, Grace,
Yes.
because we're trying to stay on the up and up. What night this week works for you?
Anytime after 5.
Would it be better if we did this later at night?
Oh,
Or
absolutely.
okay,
That has my vote.
That way you can be home for dinner.
Yes. Speaking of dinner, stop coming by my house, all of you.
You guys
Oh.
went by her house?
Yeah.
Shouldn't
I brought
we
bagels.
Wait, you went to her house?
The
When did you
same
go to
right
a house?
after one another.
Yeah,
Oh.
I didn't see you.
I
Grace,
thought I
apologize.
saw you, but I thought like there's no way you were just walking like. Okay.
I was just in the
Which
neighborhood.
is-
You know what?
which
If
is
we were
why
living
it's
together, we could have gone over together, right? That would have been so much
Yeah.
better, right? Like that we could have like, made a whole thing out of it, right?
All right, Ben,
Maybe.
give me the frisbee camera dealie. We need to figure out something about this. Maybe we can figure out where it was broadcasting to, or even where it was made, or where it was purchased. I have no idea. I
Well,
don't
do you
know
have
about these
tech
things.
people?
I do. Again, we have all those resources. That's great. We can find it all out. So
Well, if you know the range, it could give us an idea.
I think that would be smart. Yeah. So I will. We'll get a report back on that.
I'll make one suggestion for you, Justin. Maybe you should pay the young ones for their work they do here.
Young ones.
I'm okay. Don't worry.
Especially that one.
What makes you think I don't have money? And I'm dressed with
He takes
an old T-shirt and jeans with holes and always eating.
It's not about money, it's about you having security.
I can take care of myself, I'm 16.
aware. I'm aware. You've been doing well.
We all
so
are
far.
aware of that, Ben. We all
Yes,
know.
Alex.
I'm a emancipated minor, so.
You can take care of yourself, and I trust that. And
Grace,
yet,
would you hire them?
in what regard?
Yeah.
Any
I've worked before.
Mm.
watering your lawn?
Oh, I would. Yes.
I'm really not good doing the whole like physical labor thing. If that's like a thing, like I'm more of
That's
a
fine. We can
kind of-
we can discuss this later.
okay.
We can discuss this later.
So how do we stand on the name?
I thought
Well,
we
it's
solved that.
his-
I thought it was done
Yeah.
already.
Yeah, you picked the name you proposed, and we moved on.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
And Ben was right. I already did send that to all the major
I
news
thought so.
outlets. So
Why did you ask
just-
us?
I just wanted to make sure there wasn't a better one. That's all. So,
But if
But-
you're, you know what? Okay.
Anything else that we want to cover while the four of you are together?
And I burned them in my hands,
Nice.
that's awesome.
Nice.
and I put the ashes in the empty ice cream.
Hey,
That's
Justin.
Maybe we should not meet each other in our alter egos that often, because it only takes one prying eye to look through a glass window.
And we literally look out onto the sidewalk.
I transmutated it to be frosted windows. I've already fixed it.
Like, wow, that's
Yeah,
a lot of frontage there. It's a big window.
Sorry, I got
It's nothing
carried
but
away.
frost. No one can see out of this or in it.
Okay,
So
fantastic.
Justin, am I going to still get paid for the gig last week?
I take out my pager and I'm literally typing something out. And I'm like, yes, done. All right, no problem.
You're the
No
best.
problem.
All right. So anything else we want to cover here at the ice cream shop? All right. I'm going to take the final panel of this scene, and that is Prophet, you getting into the limo. Your driver closes it, and someone walks up to the limo and knocks on the window. A guy, dressed. He's got, like button-down shirt, but no tie. Nothing particular. Anything odd or anything about this person, but he's just kind of knocking on the window.
Oh, it's another guy hit the button. Sort of halfway down. Yep,
Halfway down. He goes, "Are you Justin Jacobs?
Yeah, sure.
You've been served." And he throws an envelope into the limo and walks away.
Put the window back up.
I bet he would have preferred someone shot him.
So you got this letter-sized manila envelope on the back seat of the limo.
That's great. I open it.
You open it. The letterhead shows from the law offices of William Blue and Brandon Black, Black and Blue Esquire law firm. It's a class action suit against Justin Jacobs, aka Prophet, by the attendees of the Tech Expo.
Damn ambulance chasers. Ugh.
Yeah, you're familiar with Brandon Black, who has been a pain in your rear end for a long time. He has been chasing your dollars for a while, and he is the Black of Black and Blue law firm. Let's go to a break. We'll be back in 10 minutes. All right. So during the break, they decided I'm going to set the next scene. We have a bit of a montage where Ben, you're packing up your apartment to get ready to move over to Alex's place, and you don't know how it got there, but there's an unstamped letter that you notice on your kitchen counter. Now, 15 minutes ago, you were in the kitchen and didn't see it, and now it's there.
In my kitchen?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. And is
My
there
courier.
something written? Yeah, I'm gonna open it.
It says Mr. Baker, typed on the front of the envelope. And it is a little appointment card
Oh.
for lunch tomorrow with Wilhelm White. So for those that are watching, do you want to give everybody a little bit of quick background on who Wilhelm is?
Oh. He probably has a hand in most of the things going on in Eden. He has a good reputation, unless you've worked for him. um, what else? I don't want. Do I get into some details about?
Well,
me?
let's talk about how does he know you? Let's go ahead and reveal that.
I did work for him until about 6 months ago.
All right, well, let's leave it at that. So this is a very posh lunch place in the shadow of the spire. So it's where corporate lunches have. You have to know the guy at the door. The maitre d has to be slipped $100, to get a seat. But you've got this little invitation card from Wilhelm White, which means that
Okay.
you get to walk in there and just show that, and you'll be seated immediately.
I did get a jacket for it, like a nice J.C. Penney
Mm-hmm.
jacket with. You might see the price tag; it's still on the jacket, and it's a
So-
little too big.
We cut to the maitre d kind of looking you up and down as you walk into the place. Can I help you, sir?
What's up, man? And give him the card.
Are you sure you're in the right place? Oh,
Oui, bien sûr.
you have a table with Mr. White. One moment, please follow me.
I knew French would be helpful.
And as you start to follow him, he turns around and goes, actually, can you wait one moment for me, sir?
Sure. Bien sûr.
He dips off into like a back room and comes out with a different jacket. He goes, if you don't mind, sir. And he starts to help take your JCPenney jacket off. I think this will fit you much better.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And he puts the new jacket on you. He walks you. Wilhelm White.
Too tight.
It's fitted, sir. Walk you through, and it is just business lunch, just everybody talking. Everybody's in suits. Far back corner with windows overlooking the spire. And Wilhelm is there. Older gentleman, probably mid to late 60s. Completely balding with receding hairline. He is not dressed in a suit. He's actually dressed in workout clothes. And what that tells you is just how freaking rich he is, right? Everybody there is dressed in 2- and 3-piece suits. He doesn't need to do that here. Sits down. He goes, thank you, Francois. Mr. Baker.
Mr. White? I'm
Been a
very
bit.
nervous, but I tried not to show it.
It's been a bit.
I sit down. Yeah. How have you been?
Good, Mr. Baker. I saw, and everybody did, what happened at the Tech Expo.
Were you there?
No. Was I there?
I'm sure you had
I
the
have-
kiosk.
I have people there.
Yeah.
Mr. Baker, couldn't help notice one of the heroes in that battle.
Oh? Yeah, everybody knows him. He came out after the fight.
Have you decided that you are now a superhero? Beacon?
Yeah.
Which you have never revealed your identity to him.
Yeah, but I figured he'd know.
Yeah.
Uh,
So is that what we're doing?
uh, it's. I knew you would figure it out. You're a smart man. I mean,
origin.
I did save your life.
He just kind of shakes his head. The origin of your powers. It can never be traced back. We have that understanding.
We do.
Because not only if they do get traced back, do the checks stop, but I will bring the full force and shut you down.
There's still a lot of legal stuff to handle before you can do that. I remember the face on your legal team when they saw the deal. I nervously drink some water, which starts steaming up a bit.
I don't think you want the lawyers you can hire to go against the lawyers that I will hire.
Oh, how did he put it? He said it was a wonderful display of dog shit. But, I mean, it's still holding up.
So if you want to put on masks, You wanna
I'm not,
play-
I'm
play
not looking
pretend.
to reveal myself.
I just want you to understand what you signed.
Yep.
No one is to know where your powers came from. And I want to make sure that we understand that.
Yeah, sure.
Who wants the next scene?
Wait, can
Oh.
I?
Please.
I wanted to meet him anyway, so
Okay.
I pull out the blood coin and watch his reaction.
They don't take tips here. Lunch is covered.
I'm trying to decide if he's lying or not.
Oh, let's do a little overcome action. So let's take a look. Do you have any superpowers that you could use to detect lies here? Or is it just going to be qualities in your green status die?
Well, I've got intuition.
Definitely can use that.
Qualities. I don't have qualities for that.
Okay, so just don't select one. You'll have a D4.
Mhm.
And then your green status
Green.
die.
Looking at the principles,
Mhm.
but
Do
it's
either of
not
your
an act.
principal overcomes? Go ahead.
Yeah, it's not an act of injustice. So,
No.
am I charging headlong into danger?
No. That would happen in the courtroom.
Okay, let's go with this.
All right. Mid is a 4.
Hmm.
So the action succeeds, but with a minor twist. So he takes more than a half a second to react, which means you know that Mr. White was piecing together how he's going to react. So there's something here. And so he acts like it's nothing, right? Shrugs it off. Minor twist. Let's talk about this. What's a little now? Nothing as major as killing off Tech Rat. What is a minor twist? That was a major twist for Alex. What's a minor twist we can give here for Benjamin? Now that Benjamin is recognizing that Mr. White does have some familiarity with this coin. It's a small little twist we can give Benjamin here. And Dan, please speak up if you have an idea.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the example, but mostly they're used for fights. So,
Yeah,
So,
go ahead, Lou.
what if he mentions something that he shouldn't know, with having to do with Ben, and maybe his personal
Ooh.
life?
I like
And
that.
it's not a threat, but it's a, I know stuff.
Love it. Love it. So he goes, let me look at that again. And he takes the coin from you and he goes, did your new magician friend give this to you?
what magician friend?
His name is Alex Gray. And he
Yeah.
just rattles off all of these facts about Alex Gray. When he started first performing, his performing, like he gives you the dossier.
Okay, I get it.
And you guys are what, moving in together tomorrow?
I think Dan's frozen.
I'm like,
We broke Dan.
there's probably a flare up of his eyes that only the guy can see. Like,
How did he know that?
It's fine. It's fine, Ben. It's one less rent check I need to send you. So no, I don't know what this is. And he tosses it back to you.
you know something. Why don't you just tell me?
Check.
Well, still pay his rent.
Do you know what was stolen at the expo?
I could probably find out. I could talk to some of my people. But I'm not, this superhero thing, I'm not part of this. I'm just telling you to keep the lid on the thing that we have the lid on. That's what this lunch is for. You've told me you're going to keep your yap shut. So the checks will
I
keep
am.
coming.
I want you to lay off the surveillance.
Okay. And he stands up and walks away.
Is there food on the table?
Yes.
I'm
Bread
gonna
rolls.
finish it.
Next scene.
And I'm steaming. It's very, very warm around me.
Hmm.
Very warm.
I would love to see what it's going to look like with Ben moving in, or maybe Ben having moved in just the first day, and I would love for Gertrude to pop in, not knowing that this has happened.
So if you'll allow me, we see Benjamin bringing the last box up and you pulling the last box of shit in the second bedroom out so he actually has a place to live and to sleep. And I think you're startled, Benjamin, because the door just opens and Alex is in this place with you. And a lovable grandma looking woman walks in and she goes, "Oh, who are you?"
Oh, that mom, Ben. This is my mom, Gertrude.
Oh, hello. I'm Ben.
Hello, Alex.
How are you?
Yeah, I forgot to mention. I got a roommate. You know, you were always saying like I have this extra bedroom, and you know.
Oh, I think that's wonderful. Ben, come here. And she just like handles you like you're an 8-year-old and drives you to the couch to sit right next to her. Like her thigh is touching your thigh. How do you know Lex?
We've worked together.
I'm showing him some magic tricks. He wants to become a magician just like me, and just he's just a protege of mine. Isn't that right, Ben? Magic, that's so you. Right? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still have a lot to learn. Your son is really, really good. I mean,
How old are you?
16?
I think that's wonderful. Benjamin, I'm going to get you something to drink. Do you mind staying right here?
Sure. He's very tall, though, for his age. If
So
that helps.
Gertrude stands up, and you can't see this, Benjamin, because Gertrude blocks it strategically with her back. She grabs Alex by his ear and takes him into his room.
Ow!
Alex,
Mom, we talked.
he's very young, honey. I get it. He's cute.
What are
But
you? No,
He's very, very young.
Mom, what are you? No, Mom. His mom died. His mother died 6 months ago.
Oh my.
And he's been
You're not
living by
taking
himself.
advantage of that, are you, Lex?
Come again?
You're not taking advantage of his sorrow.
Where's this coming from, Mom? What is this?
Honey, I have been trying to figure you out for the longest time. You've had no girlfriends, no boyfriends, no nothing.
Well,
And now
because your mom, every girlfriend I bring over, you mother them. You want to know everything about them. It's just always, I never get a word in sidewise when I show up with my girlfriends. Okay? He's a friend of mine.
Just a friend?
Yes, just a friend. He's 16 for crying out loud.
Lex, he's
he
very
needs
young.
a place to live.
He's
And
very,
I have a
very
spare
young.
bedroom, and I could use some extra cash. Okay?
Oh, is he going to pay half the rent?
We hadn't talked about that yet. I think so. I hope so.
Because if he
Yes.
does, I'm not paying the other half. I'm going to stop paying.
Okay, what? I could
Have you
Everything
eaten-
all right?
Okay, but okay.
You look peckish. I'm
I'm
going to make you.
fine.
I'm going to make you something. I'm going to make you something.
Mom, I'm good. You don't need to make me.
She
You know
just-
what? Maybe you know what? Maybe Ben would love some of your. We would love some of your cooking. Like he look at the boy. He needs to grow. He's
I
like
agree.
probably like 6 feet something.
So she goes into the kitchen. All you have in here are condiments. I can't cook. What? How many ketchups do you need?
I have what? Wait, how many are in there?
She turns. She goes, Benjamin. All he has is hot dogs. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's great.
I'll
I'm
make
not
you.
difficult. Don't
I'll make
worry.
you. Oh God, these buns are moldy. I'm gonna go to the store, and she storms out.
I'm so sorry, Ben.
I'm looking at
mom.
you and like, oh, now I understand.
What do you mean you under?
As your life coach, I have to say, she's stressing you out, man.
Oh no,
I'll
no,
help-
really,
I'll
you
help
picked up on
you.
that. You picked up on that. Yeah, no, thank you, life
I'll
coach.
help you. Don't worry.
When
I'll
did this
help you.
become like a life coach situation? Like I'm like double your age. You don't.
Yeah, my point exactly. You've got to be honest with her, and
I can't. Man, I can't. Just put your shit in your room. Just I need to lay down. I have like a long shift later tonight. I just can't.
Who's got another scene for me?
I potentially have a short one.
Let's do it.
I want to find information about the Blood Coin Cartel. I know the leader's name. I want to know if this nexus has been to any other cities, or is this the first time that he popped up?
Ooh, that's interesting. So you have never heard of Neuronexus before, which is the name that TechRack gave you. So you've never heard of this. You've never heard of the Blood Coin Cartel. You've never heard of Neuronexus. But it sounds like you want to reach out to maybe some sort of a network of some sort.
Yes, I have criminal underworld info.
Perfect. All right. Let's now take a quick look at your principal overcomes. Do either of them apply?
So interesting. I have the principle of whispers. I named it Whispered Insights. Overcome against a challenge that involves information you have no real way of knowing, and use your max die. You and each of your allies gain a hero point.
All right. So everybody gain a hero point. And you're going to do you. And what do you have to use?
Um,
Is it,
information, just information. I have no real way of knowing.
okay. All right.
So, could this be a situation where I use awareness,
Mm-hmm.
criminal underworld contact,
And then your green die.
green?
Yep. And we're going
And
to use your max.
yes. All right. I hope this works.
That is a 6. The action succeeds with a minor twist. So I think you make a couple phone calls
Mhm.
with former associates on the other side of justice. And no one person is able to give you information.
Okay.
But after the third or fourth call, you start piecing things together.
Okay.
So before I give you your success, the minor twist is NeuroNexus is going to know that you've been asking questions. So this is going to end up coming back to him that you have been investigating him. But it has been as Silent Tempest because you've reached out in your underground as Silent Tempest. Okay. So you figure out a few things. One, go ahead.
One update. I would use the Neverfrost when talking to them.
Talk to me. Remind me what Neverfrost is.
My
Oh,
villain.
yeah, your alter ego,
Yeah.
your villain alter ego. Oh, okay. All right, we'll figure out whether NeuroNexus understands that's one and the same. Let me sit on that a bit. But yeah,
Okay.
you reached out in your villain persona. So you figure out a few things. One, he is some sort of mentalist mastermind, mind power type deal. He was a minor villain, operated in the Northeast, and then out of nowhere put together a team of 5 villains who call themselves the Blood Coin Cartel. Their signatures, they all wear yellow. You did not get information on who the other 4 are, but they are mercs for hire. And you figured out that they are extremely expensive.
Okay.
So if someone has hired them to do something, there's a considerable amount of money behind it.
Okay.
And the rumor is that they are operating now in New Eden.
Okay. Can I? All right. I don't want to take the spotlight, but can I get a scene with Justin?
Yeah, where is this happening?
I personally want to use my invisibility and appear in his office.
All right, so you set the scene, Justin, right before Grace shows up. Oh, sorry, guys. You guys go ahead.
Yeah. So I am literally crumbling up perfectly good pieces of paper and just tossing them into the corner, into the waste paper basket, as I would normally do. And then one stops short in midair
It's caught.
as it just hits something and falls to the ground.
Boo.
I have a secretary. You can make an appointment, Grace.
I don't need my name on your papers.
Are you dressed as Grace or as Tempest?
Oh, I am as Grace. I have like a large hoodie.
Got it.
Very much street clothes.
And even when she is Silent Tempest, unless we're in public, I always call her Grace because I am emphasizing the not notorious side of her.
Got it.
So I keep reminding her she is Grace. Like,
Well, I
and
figure you should be the first to know. The creator, pretty much the yourself version of this team, Neural Nexus. Mental powers, mastermind, used to be a low tier villain in the Northeast, and suddenly he put together a team of 5 villains, and they're mercs for hire, extremely expensive. I
perfect.
come to you
They're
first
rookies.
because I would not assume that.
If they just made the team now, that means they're rookies. We should
That would
roll right
also
through these guys.
mean that we're rookies.
Oh, that's different. That's totally different.
Regardless, they have their eyes on us and they've been watching us. There's unspoken for members. Even with my connections, I can't find out who they are.
Exactly who are these connections, Grace?
I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway,
You just said it like 3 seconds ago.
did I?
If this is going to work out, there has to be some transparency. And I giggle because she's invisible. And like, you need to stop thinking of me as this, person that doesn't have understanding, or, I understand a lot of things. I may not be happy with them, but you got to level with me.
Oh, no. I 100% believe you know what you're doing.
I know the tech rat thing, and I open my
Yeah.
top drawer, and I have the unaltered photos, and I put them on my desk, and I said, I had to deal with Mr. Sanchez.
Deal with him in what sense? You didn't kill him, did you?
No, well, again, Grace, that's not how we do this here. No,
Yes,
deal
but
with
you
him.
understand the
Yeah, I covered.
What did you do?
Let's put it that way. I covered for you.
This is one of the first time you see her emote some. Oh, you lied for me.
No. Again, different. You keep spinning.
To a cop.
What we do is different than what you used to do. You have to believe that.
So you broke the law to save me.
My company breaks laws every day. That's why I have all these lawyers.
I appreciate that. Don't worry, I won't betray the team or anything like that. It's just certain context needs to stay hidden.
I won't always be there to cover for you. That's what I'm trying to say. So you got to at least let me know what's going on.
Oh, is this about the tech rat thing still?
No, this is not about
Okay.
the tech rat. This is about who did you just talk to recently? I don't know. Who else am I going to have to cover for?
5 different street level contacts that's within a criminal organization that can get me information.
And you think that's okay?
It's like a network.
Yeah, I
How's we gonna
understand.
get the information?
I know how this works. So this is my first rodeo.
Is it okay? No, but it is a means.
But I just want to. Can we discuss it first? We don't have to loop Alexi and Ben in, right? Like we get that. Like that's not. They don't need the high level decisions here. But
Justin, you gave us each
Justin
homework. You gave us each homework to figure out more about what's happening. That is what I want to go and do.
I am not.
Are you concerned about me?
Specifically what? Like, do I trust you? Is that the question?
Just concerned.
Yes, I'm concerned. I'm concerned about you and your husband and your daughter and how much you're letting this, you literally, when I asked if you were available, that was me reaching out to you to make sure everything on the other side is okay, and you didn't even think about that. You were literally ready to jump into this with 2 feet, and I had to bring up, well, we could do it after dinner. I'm just worried about Grace. Believe me, I'm not worried about Silent Tempest. She can handle her own. That's all. All right, so
I appreciate that.
we got some mercenaries, right? Okay. You think maybe we just pay them more? I mean, that's easy. Is that going to work?
If they're already mercenary, they have a shaky foundation of morals at best.
Maybe let that slip to your contacts that there might be some, an easier way to earn the money and more of it.
Of course. By the way, have you found Tech Rat?
No. That wasn't my job to look for him.
You didn't give me the job either. You just mentioned it. See you later, Justin. Also, you should get your security looked at. It was entirely too easy to get in here.
How do you think I sneak in and out? It has to stay that way. Otherwise, I won't even be able to sneak in and out of my building.
So
That's fair.
Remind me real quick who has the drone.
I have it now because I was giving it to my tech people.
So I'm going to set the next scene. You're in the research basement. There is you obviously have a huge team of technology people, but there's one guy who will kind of break in, hack for you, and so on and so forth. And I'm imagining that you gave him the drone. And let's have you go down to his, he's got his own office, but it's in a basement lab and everything. Let's have you walk into that lab and give me an idea what this lab looks like.
So it is a mess. There's 13 half-eaten potato chip bags, 3 cups of Coke where the wax on the bottom is literally about to let go because they've been there for 4 days. So I dare not touch them. Otherwise it's going to be all over the stuff. Luckily we have good exterminators, so there isn't a rat problem or anything. I have no idea how he gets anything done. And there's a chalkboard up there with all of this just crazy, heavy metal song lyrics, and he just writes all this stuff up there, and he's got a drawings of Beavis and Butthead, and he's that guy. I don't know, but somehow we see eye to eye.
So as you walk in, I want you to imagine kind of the Clerks Kevin Smith. And he snaps his Cheeto dusted fingers up and he goes, "Did you bring the Twizzlers? Because I got something for you."
Strawberry, grape, cherry, and these freaking watermelon ones. These are almost impossible to find.
He swings his chair around. He looks at you, goes, "Dude, they haven't made watermelon in 3 years."
Yeah, it's a good thing I know a guy in Japan.
Have a seat, my friend. I got something to show you. I dug into the memory card. Well, there's no memory cards back then. I dug into the memory circuits of our little drone. And of course, here's you doing that. And I don't know who the green guy is. And there's another guy on fire. And she seems friendly. But I've got all of this footage. They were watching every inch of what was happening on these drones. But this wasn't the only time they used these drones. Are you ready, Mr. Jacobs? Because I am a smart man.
I'm
And he
feeling
starts-
like 5 flavors of Kit Kats coming. That's what I'm
He
feeling.
starts showing you surveillance footage of the New Garden Financial Bank. Every door, every window, just time lapsed inside and out. You see people putting in codes in the safe. Like there is all types of surveillance, days and days worth of surveillance on New Garden Financial Bank. Doesn't look like
hold on 1 second. 1 second.
Yeah.
I pick up his desk phone and I dial and I go, how much do we have in the New Garden Financial Bank? Yeah, I need you to move that like right now. Thank you.
little insider superhero action. So whoever liked to watch you fight there, by the way, I am a little disappointed in myself. If anybody was going to figure out that you were the glasses, like it makes no sense. It makes no sense. Anyway, so Mr. Jacobs, whoever was interested in watching you and your 3 friends play at the Tech Expo seems to be very interested in Garden Financial.
That is great to know. You have next week off, right?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Fantastic.
All right, scene. I have got the final scene, so I need to know if the 4 of you have any other scenes you want before I enact the final.
I do have one short scene.
All right, let's hear it.
This is where I'm going to tap into my principle of the tactician.
Please.
And I am constantly assessing the situation and making plans and backup plans and then reassessing the situation. And overcome when you can flash back to how you prepared for this exact situation. Use your max die. You and each of your allies gain a hero point.
All right, what are we
And I
trying
want
to
use
accomplish?
that. So, let's go to a rooftop outside of the local stadium, right? The New Eden Stadium.
Yep.
On a building. I'm looking through binoculars at the game that's far away. I'm out in center field, and I'm like, yeah, I don't think the Sinners are going to do it today, and they don't have much time left. And you hear another gentleman. You can be that gentleman. I'll tell you who he is in a second. You can just make a comment on the game. So,
you don't think the Sinners are going to make the playoffs, do you?
oh, there's no way. I've lost money on them every single time I bet on them. But there's something else we have to talk about. And I passed the binoculars over to him. And I said, Mr. Blue, we need to talk about your associate.
What did Black do now?
And I tossed the papers to him. Do you want me to roll for this to see how this goes? Since that's
I do. Yeah. So let's do an overcome action. You get to use your max die.
So I get to use my max die.
So before you roll, what are we
green,
trying to accomplish? We're trying to get Blue to get rid of this?
Yeah. So the way I'm looking at this is because of my tactician and I have plans on top of plans on top of plans. I had this contingency plan knowing that one day Black is going to be in my face.
Love it.
So I befriended his partner.
Absolutely love it.
Okay. All right. So we have green and I have persuasion as a quality.
Okay. Let's use persuasion. Is there anything in the powers that work here?
Yeah. I have presence.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm JJ. So all right, let's roll this up.
You get to use your max die here.
Yeah.
That's
8.
a straight up 8. An 8 is the action completely succeeds. So he looks at it and he goes it down. He goes, gotta be honest with you, JJ. Class action suits are tough, man.
Yeah, but you're tougher, right? At least that's what you always say. You're the toughest around.
It's blue and black. Doesn't have the same ring to it. That's why. That's the only reason his name is first.
I mean, of course, absolutely.
I want to make a few things clear. I'll make this go away. But I would like a permanent reservation for the rooftop games.
Interesting.
I'll bring the beer.
Is it because of my newfound superhero status, or you're just finding me better company now?
Sure. I also want the retainer to continue.
Without a doubt.
But like I said, and he's kind of pointing to the lawn chair he's sitting on next to your lawn chair. That's got the perfect view of the Sinners Astros game at the Garden Center. He goes, I'll bring the beer. In fact, and he pulls up a 6-pack of whatever your favorite beer is. He goes, I did a little bit of research. He opens up the cooler that's between the two lawn chairs, and he's about to put the beer in the cooler. And you see the look on his face. And you look into the cooler and see Tech Rat's head with a yellow card face down on top of it. You pick up the yellow card.
I apologize. Superhero work, apparently.
You pick up the yellow card and you flip it over. And in a very American Psycho font, it says, you're already in business. Stay out of ours. Let's go to credits.
Excellent.
All right. So a little bit of bookkeeping real quick, and then we'll talk about our play. First off, whatever bonuses you had that carried over from issue 2, nobody used them. I probably should have reminded you, so I apologize for not reminding you, but go ahead and wipe them out. You do have 2 hero points. You can now translate that into 2 +1s for the next issue, or 1 +2. And as a reminder, what you'll do in issue 4, and try to remember, is there something that happened or that you learned in issue 3 that would apply to something you're doing in issue 4 that would allow you to apply whatever bonuses, whether it be 2 +1 bonuses or 1 +2. The next thing is we need to put a title screen or a title to our issue. So when someone grabbed the cover of issue number 3, had Silent Tempest on the cover, villain still was the question mark on it. They opened it up, and what was our first scene? Remind me. Who set the first scene?
The house with
wasn't it
Grace?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's a big splash page showing the interior of Grace's brownstone, and the discussion is about to happen, and the knock at the door is about to happen. What is the, in big comic font, what is the title of this issue?
Amazing Grace? Question mark.
Ooh.
She's pretty amazing.
Now, Dika, you had an idea. Is it better than Amazing Grace?
It sure is not.
Oh, Amazing
She's like,
Grace.
it's got my name in it.
Amazing Grace. All right. Issue number 3 is titled Amazing Grace. Now, when we get to 5 issues, then it goes into your backlog. There's some mechanics around that. We'll talk about that later.
Make sure there's a question mark when you write it.
Yeah, Amazing Grace with a question mark.
Oh, very important.
Very important.
Wow.
All right. So thoughts, stars, and wishes. I'm going to start with you, Dan. So thoughts is, how did you feel about the game? We didn't really engage the system, though we did a little bit with the overcome actions. Stars were, what was the 1 or 2 moments that really stood out in the last couple hours? And then wishes is, what are you hoping for in future issues? So let's start with thoughts.
About the system?
Yeah, or about the game in general. And if you don't have any, that's fine. We can go right to stars.
Well, the game was awesome, but I'm finding hard to place my principles, the overcome actions.
Well, let's look at them together as a table. Can you read them both off to us?
Principle of justice. Overcome to stop an act of injustice in progress and use your max die.
Okay.
And principle of the indestructible. Overcome in a situation where you charge headlong into danger and use your max die.
So let's talk about what they're typically used for. And what they're typically used for is overcoming challenges during a scene, right? So you saw the challenges pop up with the falling monitors and so on and so forth. That's typically where you'll see those overcome actions come in, as you're trying to check the boxes to fill out the challenges and close the challenges. So just think about that when we get to our next quote unquote scene with a scene tracker. Is if you are trying to overcome, to eliminate a threat, can you use either of those to do that? And think about it as, can I use these as my approach to solving that challenge? Does that help a little bit?
Yeah. Well, I just find it hard to place them, but
I think
we'll see.
once you get into a scene, like those really feel specific to an act of injustice and charging headlong into action. I think we didn't really have much of that.
Yeah.
So that
if
makes it
if
difficult
I
to play.
maybe I patrolled, it could work.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah, if you saw something happen.
yeah,
right?
but we'll see. It's
we'll see.
otherwise the stars.
Of all the scenes we
Stars and
did, what
wishes.
really
I
felt
loved
good for you?
everything. I loved everything. I love that Ben moved in with Alex. I think it's gonna be great. One way or another.
Something we never thought of, and it just kind of it just organically emerged. I loved it.
Yeah,
Thank you,
I love
Dika.
it. I think
Yes,
they're
thank you,
gonna be
Dika.
very good for each other. Yeah, it's a match made in heaven.
That's the title of the fourth
Life trainer.
trainer.
I don't know where that came from, Dan,
It's
but
great.
the superhero life coach thing is, please
life
don't
coach.
let that go. Please keep doing that.
16-year-old life coach. He's
Because
seen
the
so much.
16-year-old kid as the life, thinking he's a life coach to anybody else on this team is just amazing. Because I don't know about you, but I knew everything when I was 16. Somehow I have forgotten it since. But when I was 16, I knew everything. And do you know how you knew that I knew everything? You just had to ask me. And if you didn't ask, I'd tell you anyway.
Yeah, I was trying to be more in your face as Ben than as Beacon, because Beacon
I loved
is
it.
under a lot of pressure, and what you have to understand is that the expo, the crowd was everywhere, and it was really stressing him out.
Yeah.
The fact that the crowd could get injured, it works with his background that you may find out more later at some point. But yeah, so he's a little more comical than I expected. But there's a lot of drama in his life, but you haven't seen it yet.
Well, I think you did a good job, Dan, of playing into the age thing, and which I think is what makes Beacon unique as a character. And I'm really glad that you leaned into that. So, talk to me what you're wishing for. What are you hoping to see here in the next couple issues?
Well, I want more roommate stuff. That life coaching, obviously. And
I'm not moving in. I'm just letting you know. It's not happening.
Yeah, it wouldn't be fun if you were around. Wishes. I think I want more William White. I don't know if he's on the plate, but I want to see him more. I was a little.
That's probably not the last time we met. We encountered Mr. White. I can see that.
Nemesis.
I could see Mr. White coming up again. Lou, thoughts, stars, and wishes.
Thoughts. I had such a great time. Now that I'm looking at these qualities and powers and stuff, and how we brought those roles in, maybe we could have done a few more roles, like just to see what the outcome would be. I don't think it was necessary every single scene, but I just knowing like whatever I say is going to happen versus this is what I'd really, really, really like to happen. And then what do the dice gods tell me? Because,
yeah, I'm definitely going to make a roll when it's going to be interesting. Right. And I'll be interested to rewatch this because there might have been opportunities where I could have called for a role that I didn't. So yeah, I'll keep my eyes open because I love the twists.
A lot of the qualities, like, well, that's right. Then that gives you, something that you have to throw back at us. So.
Yeah, I had no plans on killing Tech Rat. Until Z took a major twist. I'm like,
that's fine. I'm glad he's just. I don't want to deal with him anymore. So I'm good with that. That's a loose end tied up, done.
Yeah, I guess. We spent so much time talking about Tech Rat too.
Stars.
What stood out?
It was everybody individually. So just like what we want, I think we accomplished exactly what we all talked about before even our first session, was that we wanted to have a superhero side and an alter ego side, and we wanted them to combine to all of a sudden you get that weird, it's bleeding in, my alter ego is bleeding into my superhero and vice versa. So I think each of us got that, our wish. Right. So Dika, her family life and her former Sinister side is starting to bleed. I mean, Alexei and his mom, and just him having this weird dark side that was starting to blur, especially him going to Grace's house was good. I like that, just weird, nervous. I don't know why I'm here. I don't know what to say. I don't know what I want you to tell me. So Z, that was really cool because I'm glad you didn't come up. There was no closure there at all. No. There was none. It was just like, I'm just here to talk and I don't know what to say. No. And then Ben, we already know, 16-year-old Ben. I love him. I love that we have a young guy who is just trying to be that go-getter.
It brings you good energy. Yeah. It definitely does. So what are you wishing for, Lou, in the next couple of issues?
It's not a wish. I just want to see how you take the story that we have provided, and I want to see how you drive, the next major scene with that. Like, how is this going to play into the whole Nexus thing? And I'm sure we gave you a lot, so I'm sure
I took a lot of notes.
So I want to see that. So that's it's going to happen regardless. So it's not really a wish. I wish I could know right now what's going to happen.
You'll know in 2 weeks. All right.
Then you can flashback.
Thoughts, stars, and wishes.
Thoughts. I don't have a lot of thoughts per se because my thoughts would be centered around the system, but this was what we wanted. We wanted role playing. So, but I have stars, and please. I think my favorite scene of all of them was Silent Tempest / Grace. You lied to a cop.
Oh,
You broke the law. That was
that was
so great. I had so much fun seeing that because Justin was squirming and Grace was just like, interesting.
She's not my
Interesting how
favorite.
that works, isn't it? So that was really cool. Other than that, yeah, no, it was always really fun to see everyone just, have their scenes and have fun with their characters. So like the star for me is just the character building, I think. And wishes is I'm now like that we did some character building. Now I'm like really curious. Like, okay, now I want to know more about what is going on. What are we doing? Like,
yeah.
like I wanted to get some of like I really appreciated the ability to explore the characters and the dynamics between the characters, not immediately having to jump in to like, oh, we're investigating, because I think this is really important to get this chemistry established between players and our characters. So yeah. Gertrude pulling me by my ear was great too, by the way. That was love that.
I am really interested because I feel like we did accomplish a lot here, Z. I agree with you 100%. I'm interested to see now when my 4 heroes are back in costume in another scene what's different, because I
Yeah.
feel like as players we've learned a lot, as characters we've learned a lot. So what does that mean for our next big set piece, and does that change how the team reacts to their next scene? I'm dying to see what happens there.
Oh, there will be banter for sure.
Yes.
All right, so what are you wishing for, Z? Something that you didn't get enough of, something you got that you want more of?
I never get enough role play. It's just I'm just give me more role play. But no, I think wish. I would look forward to figuring out what is going on, and then as you said, just seeing how the dynamics have changed. So it's just wish is just for 2 weeks to pass, or whenever we're going to be able to do the next one,
2
right?
weeks.
Yeah.
Yep, in 2 weeks. Last but not least, Mystica.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry,
I'll just
I love how every
So-
time I go to you, you act like you're surprised.
Like she's, oh, what we're doing?
I know. It
no,
never changes.
never thought I'd be the last.
I'm just gonna skip right to the stars. I have
Please.
no thoughts on this. It was great. Everyone did freaking amazing. I had a great time role playing with everyone, watching all our characters interact, and getting to know kind of how Grace feels about each of you individually. Like respect Prophet, sure. He is technically the team leader. But he also looked out for her. Do they like each other? They're not each other's favorite people. Let's be honest. We both know that. With Alex and her, it's like you're like a little me, and that's weird to see. And I need you to find a friend because this can go bad.
She forced one upon you.
You do not want Silent Tempest to be the only influence.
Interesting. But,
Yes.
I have ideas.
Yeah, you remind her a lot about herself at your age. And Beacon, she just adores Beacon. Like he's just unapologetically him. Rue the day if anyone hurts any of the young ones.
Well, and I don't think we've talked about it. It's been hinted at so far, but one of your bonds is the fact that it was Beacon that inspired you to go good, which I think adds a whole level of weight to that relationship, which I think is very interesting.
I loved how you mentioned it to Alex.
Loved it. Yeah, I thought that was very cool. Yeah, without naming names, right? So Alex and Justin still don't know that it was Beacon who inspired you to give up your life of villainy. So what are you wishing for? Something you have gotten you want more of, or something that's still missing that you would like to see?
I'm still, at least with Grace's character, I think I'm getting everything I want. I am interested to see how we actually do combat now, because I feel like it will be different before we feel like more of a team on a personal sense. And I'm interested to see how far will she go and be able to stop herself without someone else intervening. To just at this point get the job done.
Yep. And we got a little sample of that at the end of the Tech Expo. So do the ends justify the means?
It would have.
We'll do that.
So now we have to give the keys back to Craig now for the next session. Craig, thank you. We took
That was fun. That was great. Your turn again.
All right, we'll see everybody in 2 weeks. Don't miss out to this coming Monday. We have got our next episode of Blade Runner. Both Dika and I are players in that game. Connell is running an amazing game of Blade Runner. And I am very excited to figure out what the hell's going on. For those of you in California, we're thinking about you. Take care.
Yes.
Howdy friends, thank you for watching. All our content is archived and organized in playlists on the Third Floor Wars YouTube channel. Check it out. And if you could like, follow, subscribe, and even set your notifications to this channel on YouTube and Twitch, we'd appreciate it, and it'll make sure that you catch all of our content. I talk with creators, designers, and experts across the gaming landscape in every episode of our podcast, Tabletop Talk. Open up your favorite podcatcher and search for Tabletop Talk from Third Floor Wars. Support your creators. They make the content you love, and it's your support that makes it happen. If you want to help us, go to Third Floor Wars on patreon.com, and you can help us for as little as $1 a month. Thanks again. We'll see you next time. Take care.